Effect of molecular weight on the compressor sizing. Now, this is the polytropic head calculation formula, which is the basis for calculating the polytropic head based on the input parameter or operating condition. And then we need to decide how many impellers in each casing can be installed. So if you see on this thing, H2 minus H1, basically it is the process of compression taking place inside the compressor. So H1 is the enthalpy at the inlet and H2 is the enthalpy at the outlet. So difference of enthalpy between outlet and inlet, that is nothing but the polytropic head. So basically when we see the enthalpy difference, which is in kilojoule per kg, its unit is kilojoule per kg. This is converted into the polytropic head. When we are expressing the polytropic head, it is nothing but the, so do not compare it with the centrifugal pump. Okay, just for your clarification. In case of the centrifugal pump, the head, it is expressed in terms of the unit meter, like 100 meter, 500 meter or 1000 meter. But in case of the centrifugal compressor, we are expressing the head or polytropic head in terms of the energy, which is a kilojoule per kg. So it is a enthalpy energy, not simple the meter, because compressor is handling the compressible fluid, which is a gas. And the inherent characteristic of the gas, it is completely different than the characteristic of the liquid. Liquid is incompressible, gas is compressible. So their behavior is completely different. So as you know that when we are compressing the gas, in addition to the pressure rise, there is always a temperature. So whenever there is a pressure temperature increase means it is a internal energy is also changing or the total energy. So total energy, it is a enthalpy energy. So polytropic head, it is expressed in terms of the difference of enthalpy from discharge to suction. Now, if you see, there are the number of parameters which are governing the polytropic head or enthalpy difference. So Z is the compressibility, R is the specific gas constant, N is the polytropic index, T1 is the inlet temperature, RP is the pressure ratio, and N is the polytropic index that we already. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Because RP, it is a pressure ratio of discharge to suction. So there are the total 6 parameters which are governing the polytropic head or enthalpy energy and ultimately the sizing of the compressor. So that's why the compressor sizing or the selection, it is not that simple, similar to the centrifugal pump. Centrifugal compressor, the compressor selection and sizing, it is a bit complex. So this is the basic fundamental equation. Now, how we derive this equation? So this equation is derived from the basic or fundamental equation, which is a ideal or the perfect gas equation. This you have already studied in your graduation course. So this is the PV is equal to RT. P is the absolute pressure, V is the specific volume, R is the constant of proportionality because product of PV is directly proportional to the temperature. So if you remove the constant of proportion, remove the proportionality sign, then we have to introduce the constant of proportionality, and this is nothing but the gas constant. So this is the specific gas constant. So this is the very fundamental equation. So what equation? The equation we saw just now, which is appearing on the screen, this is derived from this basic equation along with the steady flow energy equation. So steady flow energy equation is what? The total energy at the inlet to the compressor is equal to the total energy at the outlet of compressor. Because we know the basic concept of energy is the energy can neither be created nor destroyed. Only it's the form can be changed. So whatever energy we are supplying at the inlet, it is coming out, but in a different form. So polytropic head calculation equation, it is derived from this basic fundamental equation and the steady flow energy equation. Complete derivation we are not going to talk about, but I'm just trying to explain you how we are achieving this final equation. Okay, so what are the basic things here? Now this is the basic thing. Now this is the specific volume V. Now if we simply multiply on the both sides of the equation with the mass flow rate, means M. So what happens? PV into M is equal to MRT. We are introducing M on both sides. So this small v into m, it becomes the total volume. Because V is the specific volume means meter cube per kg. So if I simply multiply it to the mass flow, it will give you the total volume. So equation now reduces to the PV is equal to MRT. Now this equation PV is equal to MRT, it can be useful to find out the properties of the gas if other parameters are known. Now suppose if we have the two states, which is a 1 and 2. So P1 V1 upon T1 equals to P2 V2 upon T2. Because whatever mass is entering inside the compressor, the out of the compressor, there is a no change in the mass. And R is the specific gas constant. So it is the gas is not changing its composition. So R is constant. So if MR is constant, P1 V1 upon T1 is equal to P2 V2 upon T2. So if you know the five parameters, for example, if the inlet conditions are given to you and the other conditions are given like the pressure and the temperature. So you can find out what is the exact volume at the pressure and temperature P2 and T2. So this equation is going to help you to find out the unknown parameters.